What is up, bros? Me Josh here. In today's video, we're going over the upcoming patch 0.5.15 that's about to hit World of Warships very soon. And in this patch, there are tons of changes across the map, from campaigns to destroyers to brand new ships getting tested. Lots of changes coming in 5.15, so pretty excited for the game and what's going to happen. But guys, let's jump right into it. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, but let's jump into it as fast as we can. One of the biggest changes we have coming our way is the change to Japanese destroyers. The Japanese destroyers, in my opinion, above tier 6, are pretty non-existent. They get really beat up on. The USN line really picks on them. The Russian line has kind of been pretty freaking strong. Now, I'm not saying that they're bad ships. I'm just saying that they haven't quite been what they were a long time ago, ever since the torpedo changes that hit them a long time ago. They just aren't at the line with the line they used to be. Now, the line is getting a total rehaul. Changes all the way from the Tier 2 Umikaze all the way up to the Tier 10 Shimikaze. Everything's basically getting changed. A lot of the lower tier ships, which I thought were really strong, are getting some nerfs. A lot of the Minikazes, Izukazes, some changes to their torpedo damage. A lot of the guns are getting changed and torpedo reload. So some stuff will hit the lower tier Japanese ships, as well as a lot of the higher tiers are getting switched, as you can also see in the picture. I'll put a link in the description to the article, the update, guys. There's a lot to go over, so I'm not going to go over everything. So if you want to get a bit more detail, you can always go there. But there is now going to be a split in the line, and the line's actually going to go into a quote-unquote gun line, and then there's going to be one line that's more torpedo-based. Kind of interesting that they're going to go for a quote-unquote gun-style Japanese ship. It seems like the Japanese had their niche. It was kind of nerfed towards when the torpedo changed. So they had their niche, and they were really good at it at certain tiers, but now they're kind of just making it the norm that other ships are doing. Everything's kind of the gun meta right now, so it's kind of weird they are getting a little bit away of that, but it is kind of cool to hopefully see more Japanese destroyers in game being pretty competitive. Like I said, lots of these ships are still good. They're just not as good as their counterparts from the other nations. But let's kind of jump right into the main one. Lots of stuff that's being changed. Fubuki's getting bumped down to a tier 6. Hatsu's a tier 6. Minakaze is still a tier 5 on the jump out line. Matsuki's moved down to a tier 5. Kagero's now a tier 8. New ships are coming. 4 new ships are coming. I'm going to slaughter their names, so I'm just going to hold off and let you guys say them in your heads. But lots and lots of changes. I mean, look at all this, guys. There's so many changes. Ships getting replaced, shells changed, torpedo. I mean, there's tons of changes to this line. I really hope it makes this line a lot more fun to play. I got to play a little bit of it on stream, and really excited for a lot of them. The Akazuki, the tier 8, is going to be a blast to play. There's some downsides to it, but there's a lot of upside as well. So, for example, if you own the Matsuki, you'll get the ship that replaces it, in that case the Fubuki, and you'll keep the Matsuki, which is now the tier 5, as well as a port slot for the new Matsuki. The upgrade and the credits experience for the upgrades not available, removed. The same captain retrained to the new ship, and a new captain with a certain amount of XP determined by the old ship. All camouflages and flags you add on her. So that's kind of how it's going to work for the replacement. So you basically keep it and you get the new one. So highly recommend getting the current ship so you can get that, basically the free stuff. Just a little heads up there. Like I said, lots and lots of changes. So there's some new life hopefully brought to the Japanese line. Like I said, the Akazuki, the tier 8, is going to be a really fun gunboat. I got to play it a lot. It's kind of addicting. It's basically like a machine gun but it's a relatively big ship. Commanders and everything will be switched over. Like I said, I will put the link down below because I'm not going to go over everything. Permanent camos transfer and all that kind of stuff. So pretty freaking awesome on that. Probably the biggest change to come to this patch, and pretty excited for the line itself. So another big thing they're adding to this upcoming patch, and adding to World of Warships, is campaigns. Now, campaigns are going to replace daily missions. Daily missions and all that kind of stuff kind of got replaced by the new containers. Now, this is going to be something that's kind of repeatable. To my knowledge, it will be repeatable. Basically, the only requirement is a level 8 or higher captain or service record. So as soon as you have that, most people will have that relatively quickly because it's pretty easy to level up. This is going to be something that you will then just be able to redo over and over and get stuff. So this is going to be your new daily missions, the battle missions and everything. So if it was go hit 10 torpedo hits or sink a ship or something like that, that's now going to get replaced by these campaigns. The longer you do these campaigns, The longer it goes, it's going to be in stages, multiple stages. The harder it gets, but the better the reward is, that kind of thing. So, you're going to get all the way through the campaign, and that'll be something that can be pretty freaking awesome and hopefully give some badass rewards. Also, it'll teach kind of, as I say, the newcomers to the game. It'll help them kind of focus on certain things and help them with like more map awareness. Basically like growing as a player throughout the whole campaign, so it'll kind of teach them more, which I really do think is a good thing. I think helping the new players get into the game, because it has a bit of a learning curve, especially when you're playing kind of the low tiers. So when you kind of get into the game, I'm really looking excited for these campaigns. For people that have played a long time, it's just going to be another way to just kind of keep it going with rewards and keep getting bigger and better rewards as it goes. The only thing that is potentially a downside is if it's just repeatable. It's just going to get kind of redundant. But really, if you're doing it anyway, if you do the reward once, I mean, it's no big deal. So I kind of potentially like this big reward thing. The more and more you play, the more you're going to get. So whether that's credits, hopefully free XP with the upcoming Missouri, anything like that will be definitely a benefit. So the campaigns are coming in 5.15, so that's definitely something to look forward to. So another thing they're adding in 5.15 is dynamic divisions. Now this was something that was in game before, was taken back away. This is something that's kind of cool to maybe like make friends in the game and kind of build a division. Divisions do help you. People ask like, what's a better way to get a higher win rate? What's a better way to get more XP or something like that? And that is playing with divisions. If you are playing with people that or kind of know their play style or can communicate better with, that's going to help you win. So dynamic divisions is pretty sweet. If you see somebody in the game that you like their play style, you potentially they play just like you, they're fun to talk to, you could invite them in game, so you don't have to go all the way back to port. You can just hop right in. Like I said, this was already in the game, and you can they took it away for like a little bit, but you can add people into your division while you're playing. You see somebody that's rolling on caps with you, that's helping you cover, it leaves a smoke for you or something like that. Then you can say, hey, you want a division up for the next game? Sure, let's play. And then boom, you're good to go with dynamic visions. I think this is pretty cool. It's always a bummer to like, oh, what is that guy using? Like a 0 or an O or an I or an L, whatever, because, it's World of Warships. People have awesome names all over the place. This is basically, you can just right click and invite in game, which is really, really nice, instead of having to go and search for them and who knows how many names that are just like it. So pretty cool little thing they're adding back into the game, so it should definitely help. Like I said, you can add in game, so you can't really beat that. So this is definitely a good addition, a small little addition into the 5.15. One thing they're also adding in, and this is something they've done a lot recently, is adding some permanent camos. So if you like a specific ship, you can kind of make it a pseudo premium ship, and with giving it a premium camo. You can see right here, the costs are 2,000 doubloons for the tier 7s, 3,000 for the tier 8, and then 4,000 for the tier 9. So as you can see, they're adding 5 new premium camos, or permanent camos. And this is something you don't have to renew. As soon as you buy it once, as long as it's on, it'll redo. You don't need certain charges or anything. So it is pretty sweet. You can see the rewards there, especially the higher tier you get, the more expensive the ship. The battle cost is going to be lower. So that's definitely nice. 4 of the 5 new ships are going to be new Japanese destroyers that are coming to this game in 5.15. As we went over briefly before. One ship that isn't the destroyer is the Pensacola, everybody's favorite tier 7 cruiser on the USN line. Feels bad, man, but hey, you can now make it a pseudo premium. We've all wanted that before, so go ahead and buy your Pensacolas again. Put that 2,000 doubloon on and show the enemy team who's boss, as you hopefully don't get multi-citadel in the side for just playing because they can see you from space. But 5 new permanent camos coming to the game. I do kind of like this because if you enjoy playing a certain ship, let's say you enjoyed in the past playing the Fubuki, or you enjoyed playing, X ship that isn't a premium, and you want to play that ship a lot, this is a new way to kind of reward yourself. 2,000 doubloons, 3,000 doubloons. It's a kind of a cheaper way to make a ship kind of your awesome farming ship. So I definitely like this, especially some of the ships that I play a lot. I can have the premium camo, like the Bismarck. I have the premium camo on that because I love that ship. I'm never selling it. Definitely cool that they're adding more and more permanent camos in. So 5 new ships are getting permanent camos. One's the Pensacola, so definitely get that one. So another change I think that's pretty cool that's coming in 5.15 is about containers. Now, everyone's rolling to try your luck. I hope so. Try your luck for the cool ships that are coming with it. If you ever wanted a Nikolai or a Tirpitz or Scharnhorst or whatever, they now have kind of changed how that works in the chances of getting ships. Now, if in the past you had a Scharnhorst and an Atlanta, you could still get an Atlanta or a Scharnhorst, but now they're kind of making it so if you already have certain premium ships, you have a lower chance. You don't have the chance to get those ships anymore. You now have a bump chance of getting the other premium ships. So if you have a Sims currently, you don't have a Bliss, now you no longer have the chance of getting a Sims. You now will have a higher chance of getting the Bliss instead, if that makes any sense. So if you already have certain premium ships, they're now kind of off the list of ships you could potentially get from the super containers. But now the percentage of getting the other ships you don't have is now raised. So I think a pretty cool addition. If you do own all of the ships, there's some examples right here. Let's say if you own every premium ship you can get from the containers, you then get the current whatever your premium store is labeled as. So like the examples they're using right now is that if the Tirpitz is on sale for 15% off, you're going to get that level of doubloons for whatever the Tirpitz costs. So if you're on North America and currently X ship is 15% off, you're going to get 15% off what the normal doubloons would be. However, if it's not on sale, let's say, I don't even know a ship right now, the Anshan or something, there's all these other specials going on. So if you own a ship, or if you get a ship that you already have and it's not currently on sale, you get the full level of doubloons. So I find that kind of cool. Technically you could get 5 Atlantas from super containers in a row currently, but with these changes, you can then get just a higher chance of getting, let's say, a Belfast or a Grammy or a Nikolai, something like that. So I do kind of like that. It's not the repetition of getting the old ships, or the ships you already have. So if you kind of already have the premium ships, you now have a higher chance of getting the other premium ships. So really cool addition. Like I said, there's some more small stuff, physics modules, minor improvements, blah, blah, blah. A lot of smaller technical stuff and lots of new testing. So really cool, the new German destroyers, which we'll start seeing in game 2. Apparently the Soviet cruiser, the tier 3, the Oleg, so that'll be kind of noticed in the lower tiers. German tier 6 cruiser, the Admiral Graspre, so that'll be the second premium cruiser for German, and before I'm forgetting one, with the Prince Eugen. And we'll start seeing tested for the Missouri, which means it's coming soon to a store near you if you apparently have enough free XP, which they haven't told us how much it's going to be yet. So things you'll start seeing in game: German destroyers, the tier 3 Oleg, probably not too much of that one, the Grasp should be pretty cool, and then the Missouri in high tier. So really, really cool. Lots of stuff that is currently being tested. So I'm excited for that. Lots of new ships coming. But that is basically it for the 5.15, guys. There's a good amount. Like I said, I'll put a link down below that has all the details. I didn't want to make this video too long, going into horrific detail and everything. But Japanese new line, so new line and changes, campaigns, permanent camos, dynamic divisions, and lots of new testing. So really excited, guys. Hopefully this is some good changes for World of Warships in the upcoming patch, which in North America at least releases tomorrow on the 30th. So get ready, guys. Get excited. Changes coming. Maybe save yourself some cash, buy the Japanese destroyers, and then you can get a free port slot and whatever. So pretty cool, guys. Hope you guys like this video. More to come on this, guys. So remember to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.